Back when the original Mega Man was released, it was competing with many other soon-to-be famous titles such as Adventure Island, Castlevania, and of course the Super Mario Bros. Games. Needless to say, the sales for the first game weren't up to par compared with those previously listed titles. However, Nintendo decided that Capcom should develop a sequel to the game, so as to improve upon many of the hardships Mega Man suffered under, like the insane difficulty and some of the more rudimentary graphics. This is when Capcom really stepped up, but instead of devoting all of their time and resources towards Mega Man 2, they decided that it would be best to work on it as a side project whilst working on other games. This was done only because there was more faith in other projects than in a sequel to an otherwise unimpressive game. Shortly after Mega Man 2 was released, they realized what kind of series they'd be dealing with. With more than 1.5 million copies sold, Mega Man 2 is the best-selling game in the series and is often considered to be the best game in it. And it's constantly ranked to be one of the best Nintendo Entertainment System games. What a way to pick up a series. Mega Man 2, or the literal Japanese translation, Rockman 2, The Mystery of Dr. Wily, picks up right where Mega Man 1 left off. Dr. Wily is back at it again with 8 new Robot Masters and an entirely new fortress. Just like the first game, all of the Robot Masters possess some sort of special power-up that you can get once you defeat them in battle, and then you can eventually use them against other Robot Masters to find their weak spots. Seeing as this is an entirely new Mega Man, you'd think it would need new Robot Masters, and you'd be right, it has them. This time around, you get to make sweet video game love to Metal Man, Air Man, Bubble Man, Quick Man, Crash Man, Flash, Heat, and Wood Man. I've never been able to figure out why such evil Robot Masters would be given such ordinary names. It may be a joke, or it may just be a Japanese translation. Either way, their names say nothing for how challenging their courses are the first time around. When you're playing any Nintendo Entertainment System Mega Man, admit defeat and expect to die. There's no use in fighting the system because it's inevitable. You die a lot in Mega Man. Metal blades, air shooters, bubble lead, quick boomerangs, crash bombers, time stoppers, atomic fire, and a leaf shield are the kinds of weapons you'll be dealing with when you defeat all of the Robot Masters. Mega Man 2 set up the entire series for multiple sequels on many different consoles and with a whole ton of other subplots and different storylines like the Mega Man X series and Battle Network. Most of which, besides Mega Man X, I choose not to play in favor of the classic series. But luckily, Mega Man 2, much like any other NES game, has gone down in price, and can be purchased for anywhere between usually $15 to $25. I got my copy for $18, which I thought was fair at the time. Most of the later titles on the NES have since been considered a little rare, so expect to pay a few more dollars for those. This was Mega Man 2 for the Nintendo Entertainment System.